Hey FLOSSTUBE, it's Kerry in Stitches. It's Thursday the 18th of January and this is video number 10. Yay for double figures. I've stuck with this. I am very proud of myself and I love doing FLOSSTUBE. So thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, and thank you for liking and subscribing. Right, I'm going to do a short video today and I'm now naming this FLOSSTUBE Fleece, because I think out of the 10 videos I've done, I think I'm wearing it in at least half of them. Not by choice, just because it's one of those things being at home on a Thursday, generally when I record my videos, I just throw on casual clothes. Oh, it's just started raining. I thought it'd gone a bit dark. Although I do wear jeans and a fleece or jeans and a hoodie to work. We don't have a dress code in our office, so that's good. Although sometimes I miss not having a dress code. Yeah, do I miss it? Maybe. We did have a dress code when I worked for the local council, which was office wear. You didn't have to be like super smart in suits or anything, but kind of had to be smart casual. Should we call it smart casual? Yeah, no jeans. T-shirts weren't really acceptable and things like that, so you had to have quite smart-ish clothes on. So do I kind of miss it? Sometimes I have a drawer full of stuff that's kind of not, I don't want to say appropriate, but yeah, it's just kind of, I'd be overdressed. I do occasionally chuck a skirt on, and that's usually the day when I end up having to do archiving in the cellar or something like that. So I just, yeah, I'm a jeans and a hoodie kind of girl, so that's me. Right, that's a bit of a detour into randomness, but hey, what's a FLOSSTUBE video without a rabbit hole or two? So I'm going to say a couple of big thank yous to a couple of FLOSSTUBers. First to Dawn, Frosty X, who I think shouts me out in every one of her videos, and so Dawn, I'm going to shout you out in every one of my videos because I think you're awesome. You stitch some beautiful things, and you generally do care about your fellow FLOSSTUBers and those who watch and subscribe to you and the friendships you're making. So hello Dawn over there in Basel. And my next shout out goes a bit further afield to Shannon, who's in Canada, and she's my Stitch from Stash postcard pal, and she has just done her first FLOSSTUBE. I can't remember her FLOSSTUBE name because I didn't write it down. So I think she's Stitchy Shannon. So I will link her below. Please, please, please go and watch her and give her some love. She stitches all the frosted pumpkins. She's just started Santa's Village and shows us some lovely ornaments she did at Christmas, and she's lovely and I really like her, so because I would do because she's my Stitchy pal. But for her first FLOSSTUBE, despite the nerves, I think she did brilliantly, so well done Shannon, and please go and watch her. Right, I'm sure she'll get FLOSSTUBE shout outs from Cara, who Case Cross Stitch, who's just done her a video for the first time in a while, which is fantastic. I need to watch that today. That's my plan for this afternoon. FLOSSTUBE binge watch, which makes a change from the Friends binge watch I've been doing recently, because it's back on it's on Netflix now. So proud of me moment when my 7-year-old a couple of weekends ago said, "Mummy, let's sit with blankets on our laps and do some stitching and watch Friends." And then she now knows the Friends clap, you know, in the bit. That bit, yeah, she knows that one. So she's, yeah, at least some of the more inappropriate stuff goes over her head. But she sits and watches it, it's fairly harmless. And my 12-year-old's now learnt "how you doing" in my terrible Joey impression there. But yeah, he's learnt that one, so we'll use it in all the random contexts. And it'll be completely inappropriate. It won't be directed at females. It'll just be like to his mates and probably to me. But you know, that's fun. Right. I've done this in about my 12th take, I don't know. So I've made some more notes because I'd done this video so many times. I kind of got to the point where, did I say that? I don't know. Did I? Maybe. Let's go. So right, last fortnight. It's been a busy one. My eldest has been off school with a throat and ear infection. He's gone back today and he's a bit better. So that's been up in the air, and I've been woken up at all hours of the night for various things, drinks, and Mummy, I need some more Calpol. Yeah, 12-year-olds still need their mummies. Oh, new mug. I had this one from Christmas from my husband. It's my beach huts. I love beach huts. This was from Waitrose. A tiny bit of reheated coffee in it because that's how long it's been. I've been sat at the dining table making floss tubes this morning. It's been one of those days. Lottie, well, as I said a couple of weeks ago, she said, Mummy, I want to stitch. But couldn't find any of the whips that she has. Because I tried to get her stitching a few times over the years. So I said, I know what you've got upstairs that I brought you Christmas 2016. I brought you a little stamped cross stitch. And she now has a project bag complete with several projects in it. Not started, but she's gathering. She has all. But this is what she's doing. Now, if you look closely, you'll notice that the stitches don't all go in the same direction. She picked up on that too, because I said to her, make sure they all go in the same way, because it makes it nice and neat. So she's claimed a tin from me. She has her needles, needle minder and some floss. I need to get her some scissors, but excuse me, that's the banana this morning. She needs some scissors, but I want to get her some that aren't massively sharp. And quite frankly, I'm not giving. I only have 2 pairs of embroidery scissors. I have my mega super mega sharp expensive ones. Well, they were expensive. They're about £15, so that's expensive. So she's not having those. And I have a cheap pair that came free with cross stitcher, which are my travel pair. So I'm not giving her those either. So I need to get her some little cheap scissors that she can use. I might get her some nail scissors, which might be a bit better for her. So that's her. One of 3 of her whips. She also has this little bag on the go, which was all in pink floss, which she didn't like. But the funny thing about it was, this is Tiger, which is a Danish kind of shop. Obviously they're definitely all over Europe. I don't know whether they extend any further. Kind of, yeah, I don't know how you would describe it. They sell a bit of everything pretty much there. You can pick up bits of kitchenware. They do like bathroom stuff, like your mirror or your toothbrush holder. They do picture frames. It's kind of a bit of a Danish catch-all shop, but it's good fun. They do loads of like craft. They do craft bits and stuff in there as well, and seasonal stuff. We like Tiger a lot, but it's all very basic, simple packaging, a bit kind of think IKEA-ish. I know IKEA is Swedish, but it's that kind of idea. So nothing overly fancy about the packaging, so it's quite reasonably cheap. Well, it's quite cheap in there. I bought her this a couple of years ago, but it was all in pink. Oh yeah, that was my funnily enough. And it's in one of my tins, but it had it came as 2 skeins, which had a number on, but they didn't have labels on. So and I don't have anything. I've got any skeins of floss around. But it looks like what looked like a DMC label, but it didn't have any brand or anything on. But it had a number. So I happened to be digging through floss and went one day as well. Had these skeins kicking around in a tin and went, oh, that pink looks like a bit like those ones. Oh, they are the same. So actually, the 2 skeins of floss matched the DMC, so they've gone into my stash as a DMC. I don't think it is DMC. But they certainly colour match and they number match too. So Lottie has her own little tin. This is from Tiger as well, and has needle minders. And yeah, that's her progress. I think she's doing really well, considering she's only 7, and she's happy. She does a couple of rows a day. I don't want to make her. Oh, come, you can do more than that, because I think she won't enjoy stitching, and she'll probably go off it too. But I'm I'm happy that she's enjoying doing stitching at the moment. And I've just made a decision. I'll come to that in a minute. I'm really dehydrated today, so coffee's probably not the best thing. Right, college has been busy. Stitching's been up and down this last couple of weeks. I've had an essay that I've had to do and resubmit with the changes, so it ended up being a 4,000 word essay that I've written in 2 weeks. 3 weeks, and I had 10 days between where my assessor had it for marking. So that's been busy. I saw my assessor yesterday. I am 45% completion on my college course with 10 months to go. So yay go me. I am I'm definitely on target, possibly slightly ahead, but don't want to get too, about it. I would like to be I'd like 50% by beginning of March. So I've got an essay in for marking, which should give me another couple of percent, and I've got another essay to start writing, which I'm hoping will give me, which will complete part of a unit, I'm hoping that will give me my 50%, and then I'll see my assessor again at the start of March, and hopefully move forward a bit with that too. So I'm I'm pleased with my progress. My dates had been all wrong on my online portfolio, which was making me feel, it was looking like I was really, really behind. So that was kind of stressing me out a bit. So happier place. I was starting to resent it because it was eating into my stitching time. Although it's been completely my choice to do this, I'm just kind of glad that I'm progressing and it's good, and I'm happy. So that's life. That's what we've been up to. It's January. Who does much in January? So, oh fiddle! I've just realised I've forgotten a birthday 2 days ago for my friend's son. Oh dear. He'll obviously be doing stuff in January. So my kids have been talking about birthday parties, and which basically look like they're going to be a repeat of last year, so I'm not complaining about that. The only difference is we're making tiaras this year with my daughter, not just jewellery, so the lovely jewellery lady will be back again. She's so nice. So there'll be tiaras, more tiaras made, and it'll be interesting to see what other nice things that she has. Right. So looked up then because out the window I saw all the starlings take off. I love watching the murmurs. It's quite mesmerising. Right, I have done. I'm working down my list now because I've said these things so many times. I have no idea what I've done. So I've done that. We are at whips. Yes, they're whips. So Year of Start starts today. No, it doesn't. Year of Whips starts today. It's all confusing. Although it wasn't a requirement this time to actually have everything started, I did because it's the only way for me to make sure they go in and I will do them. Otherwise they will be the ones that don't get started. I hate starting projects. I don't know why. I think I'm probably the complete opposite of Kate, the Queen of Starts. I just can't do it. Well, I can do it because I obviously produce stuff, but I just don't like doing it. It stresses me out. I find it the most stressful thing about stitching. So I'm going to go through my starts. I think I showed you my plans. They're all in the plans last time. So yeah. So first one is Celtic Cross by Textile Heritage. This was a gift from one of my friends. I've got it back stuck around. A couple of years ago for my birthday, and I've made that start on it. But you know when you start looking at it thinking, oh, I suppose it does. Yeah, it goes to the middle. Okay. I was looking at that thinking just on the bottom purple. It's got nice bits of sort of black work Celtic knots in, and I'm hoping it won't take too long to do. So that's that one. Oh, mind you, it's from Sammy's. Can I remember this? Sammy's Craft Supplies. something like that. I'll link her below. That's where I get most of my... If I buy minders, I tend to get them from her. I'm just opening and closing the bag and not putting anything in it. One thing I have discovered this week, I'm going to have to go and buy some more project bags. They'll just be these basic wallets or these ones, because I'm having to double up at the moment on some of them. It's okay, I'm trying to keep quite separate things, so like I've got a black work in with something, and then I've got, yeah, things that are like a cover kit in with a DMC one, so obviously everything's all separated. So next one is Stone Street Stitchworks Sweetheart. It's one of their freebie designs. It's cute, and that's my start. Needle minder is a stone or a little pebble that I picked up on a beach, and I've had this kind of kicking around in a little drawer pot here and there for a long time. It became a minder because I love that little green stripe in it. It is stitched on random bit of Ada that came out of another cover kit, stitched in this really, really pretty variegated 4-ply floss from 21st Century Yarns. I picked up at one of the shows a couple of years ago, last year maybe. It's a 4-ply, so I'm stitching with 2 strands, which makes it kind of like 3 in thickness wise, and so I think the coverage is pretty good. I even have a finishing plan for this one, so yay me. I brought this little, and I only worked this out this morning as well. I bought this little frame from a charity shop some point in the last year. I know since we moved, so it's been the last year. Which, all being well, it should fit nicely. I picked it up because it was only £1. It was 99 pence. And these little hearts match a set that I have hanging in my downstairs bathroom. So I kind of thought I'll use it for something. Yeah. The intention has always been a small piece of cross stitch, and it's not glass. It's actually just a bit of plastic in there. So we'll see how it gets finished, but that's the plan. That's 2 down, 2 to go. Let's go with, next one is this one. This is from Cross Stitcher 205 and designed by Susan Penny, although it does very much look like the Jan Constantine ones, but yeah, this does designed by Susan Penny. Celebration flag, yeah, celebration flag kit. It does come with the little flagpole as well, so I swapped out the Ada because I want to stitch both designs. And I'm assuming there'll be enough floss. If not, it won't take much. I've started with the Union Jack, and I'll just DMC match the red and blue for the L and the heart, because I imagine there'll be enough left over for the Eve. Ramble, ramble, ramble. Anyway, yes, so what I've done is I've folded this in half, straight down the middle. This was just a small piece of Ada from a grab bag from Willow Fabrics. Started with that, so that's actually about 1/4 of it. I think and they work out about so big. But did it there, so I've worked it out that is a good point where the dowel fits in. I'm looking around to see if there's a pencil or something on the table. Oh, there we go. So basically it will fit like that, and if I put a running stitch sort of just down there, it will hold it nicely in place. And then I'm going to stitch the love on the back, because the kit only came with enough fabric for one, which is actually what the Stone Street got stitched on, because I had the chart. I kind of knew what floss I wanted with that one. That was something on my stash because it's pretty. So I knew what I wanted. Lost them. No, I haven't. Yeah, it's got the DMC numbers, so I should be able to match, and you won't see it if it's on the back, so you won't see. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I wanted something bigger, so I just grabbed a piece out of my stash so I could do all of them together. And speaking of doubling up, that's why I've opened the zip and closed the zip and opened it again. I'm stitching this one, which is by Jodie Rice of Satsuma Street, but it isn't Pretty Little London as I keep calling it. It's just called Cityscape or something. So I'm just calling it London Cityscape. I could call it, perhaps we'll call it the London Postcard. So I'm loving stitching this. This is Black Ada 28 count from a grab bag, and with my little postage stamp binder. There we go, and that's where I'm at with this. So as you can see, not a lot to go, just mainly Tower Bridge, and just finish the buildings here, and then Tower Bridge. So just finishing these little buildings here and that bit there. Job's a good one. This is going to be my first January finish, followed by the heart being the second. So that's a nice segue into plans. Move the coffee cup because we're going over here onto my table now. So as you see, another double up. This is my other January plan, which is upside down. There we go. So this is the months sale from Pelco Lab. I've just got November and December to do. You can get the idea of roughly what they look like. November is kind of, they look like thistly, acorny type things, and December is, they look like, yeah, snowflake-ish. I don't know. That's not that. I am stitching them in, this is going to be November. This is Anchor. This is Anchor 1375, sometimes called Harlequin. I'm thinking Night Sky Fireworks. That was my thought behind that one, because believe it or not, there was a little bit of thought that went into the colours. And this one is going to be the December one, which is a DMC Coloris or Colaris 4520, Christmas. Although I might have to watch the white section. It's cream fabric, so hopefully there won't be too much white and I won't lose it. So most of them are Anchor, except for March, which is a DMC, and September, which is a Dragon Floss by Pole Stitches. But that's kind of, I mean, wintry snowflakes, pink hearts, February, shamrocks for March. April was kind of just spring colours. May wasn't quite sure where to put the floss, really liked it, so did it there. June, just another pretty one that I really like. Same with July. August, I think I'd gone with the yellow to start with, and it just completely, I lost it all, so I went with the blue, which is kind of on the beach. September, let's start going into autumn colours. October, pumpkins and kind of thing, but without it being too spooky. Fireworks in the night sky, Christmas. There we go. Look at that, a bit of thought that went behind things. Who'd have thunk it? Oh. Let's pick all the floss up off the table. And then year of starts. So New Year was Elizabeth Shepherd. So then there's one on every 18th of on each of the 18ths of the months. Today it's going to be this one, Lizzie Kate Quickett, sampling Christmas. I'm going to DMC most of it except for the tree and the letters, which will be done in the Cool 4 Weeks, which is the lighter one is Emerald and the darker is Blue Spruce. So that's that. It's only 53 by 53, so I'm hoping it'll be quite a quick one. Comes with it. It's got the charm and everything, so it's quite pretty. Where's the charm go? Oh yeah. So it's going to be stitched on this, which was just a random offcut that I found in the Lakeside Needlecraft sale, because actually it's that, and it fits 2 designs that I've got plans for. But now I'm thinking I might tea and coffee dye it. So will I get a new start today? I suspect I'll be getting that Priscilla and Chelsea tutorial out and having a quick look at that, because they're called for, it's quite a dark one, mocha linen. Well, it's a week's mocha linen, but I'm not 30 count, but 28 count even week, that's good enough for me. So I'm thinking I'm going to be in the kitchen in 10 minutes time and starting to tea and coffee dye that. So that's my plan. Haul, I'm waiting for my Jodrey December stuff still, because I missed the post date for that. So the only thing we have is the new Cross Stitch Crazy. I'm getting very disenchanted with the magazines lately. Actually no, not Cross Stitcher, love Cross Stitcher still. But I think it's because it's quite vibrant generally, and it's kind of how I like stitching. But I do like that London design. I do quite like that. That's a Nema Condon one as well. But it's full coverage, and do I fancy all that white and blue? I think there might be some slightly better ones out there. The cover kit was, I think it's a Doreen Jones actually. Doesn't say? I think it's a Doreen Jones. But make a nice little card for mother-in-law's birthday. Let's have a look. Page 8. Let's see if it is Doreen. I want to say it is, because I'm sure she put it on her Facebook page. It is! Yay, go me. I'll just show you them. That's the rest of. So there's some paisley cards. They'd make really good biscornu actually. So change the colour. They'd probably go blues and greens. Funky Fish. What else we got at the bottom? And that's just the letters. And then we've got a Margaret Sherry and some actually quite nice welly boots. And then just some Mother's Day cards and ideas to make bracelets. Yeah, so that's that. Oh, well, Lottie, when she was making all her minders using all my magnets and glue, made me this little one. Only because she had 2 of them. So I've organised all my minders onto my little tray, which aren't on projects. I think every project's now got a minder. I think. So yes, although I may have to. Well, this hasn't got a minder, but I have got several Christmas ones, so I don't know what. I think that's getting gingerbread, little gingerbread man. I might have to do a bit of minder shopping this month though, just because. I think there might be a couple of projects without minders, so you have to match the minders of the project. Right, almost at 30 minutes, and I think that's probably enough. So FLOSSTUBE Fit Club, there we go. I've written it down, don't know why I missed it. I've joined, not because of the FOMO. So, and I'm not going to FOMO the Jardin Privé Throwdown Sally either. Not doing it. I'm sure, I know there's free designs out there, and I'm not doing it. So, has 2018 become the year that I overcome the FOMO? Quite maybe. But I've joined FLOSSTUBE Fit Club, that's being run by Diana of It Is Kismet Stitches. I'll link her video below where she explains it all. Basically because, and it's not about exercise and diet, although that can be part of it. It's about basically being a better and giving some you time to you, and self-care. So I've been very good. I have gone back on I've started tracking my calories and my eating again, and I've had blips. I'm not beating myself up about it. I do need to lose a little bit of weight, if nothing more than to set a good example for my kids. So so I'm going to do that. I'm having some good days. And I'm looking at it positively. I don't get to exercise every day. I'm not going to join a gym or do exercise classes because they're just too much for my ME. So, but I do cycle home from school every day with Lottie. So, and I don't normally do a school run on Thursday, but I did this morning, and I cycled home from school. So although I'm not doing a school run this afternoon, I've had my exercise, and I've looked at it positively as probably didn't need to go and do the school run this morning. Hope you could have done it, but given that I did do it, it's a positive and it means I've got exercise. So I'm kind of I'm trying to count positives on that. And just other little things like trying not to get stressed about my college work. That's been a big kind of like So I'm trying not to get stressed about my college work. Trying to do it a bit more regularly rather than going, okay, I've got 2 weeks till I see my assessor, I need to get an assignment in, and then spending 3 or 4 days just going, oh, I can't take this. So I'm going to try and do a little bit more, trying to do it a bit more regularly. I have 7 weeks till I see her again. So I'm going to try and do a little bit every week, and then I can get stuff in, and it will just help me just be hopefully a bit less stressed about it. I'm due an optician's appointment next month, so I should be making that appointment. My dentist is booked in anyway, and I had a text from my doctor's surgery to say that they were offering people of my age free health checks, so I shall go and get one of those done at some point, because I should. I guess because of the NHS in the UK, we don't tend to do. We go to the doctors when we're ill, we don't do well woman and well man checks quite so much. I'm not sure in the States. I don't know whether it's often a requirement for your medical insurance and things like that, but we don't have to, because we don't have these sorts of things. We don't do them, so we go to the doctors when we're ill. So I'm going to take up the opportunity to see what they say and just have everything checked out, because, well, I should, so I am. So that's all good. Yay. So positive start to 2018. Yeah, I'm off to tea and coffee dosing fabric. I hope you I hope you all have haul. I hope you all have a really, really good week. Get lots of stitching in. I have big plans for the rest of January, so I'm hoping to come to you in 2 weeks' time with 3 finishes. Let's go with 3 finishes. So let's be positive and think big. Take care all, and I hope you have a good couple of weeks, and see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.